Honoring our warriors, not just on Veterans Day, but year-round.
It is so very important. The Wounded Warrior Project currently serves more than 200,000 warriors and their families. This is a nationwide charity, but it's based right here in Jacksonville. So joining us this morning from TPC Sawgrass, retired Lieutenant General and WWP CEO Mike Linnington. Good morning to you. So today is truly such a special day where we honor our veterans and our service members. And I know that you've got an event right now happening at TPC Sawgrass to show them that love and respect.
We do. Some of our local business leaders and supporters have come out and staged an event for us today where we're going to raise awareness to our important mission of caring for our nation's wounded, injured, and ill service members and their families. And not only raise awareness, but generate some support to help our mission long term. So we're very honored and we're very grateful for that support.
You know, many people know the name Wounded Warrior Project by now, especially if you live in Jacksonville. But how did this start? What really pushed you to start this organization?
We were started in 2003 by a group of volunteers that wanted to just provide comfort items bedside to wounded veterans coming off the battlefield. And of course, when you get injured and you get wounded in action, first thing the medics do is cut your clothing off. So you arrive at the hospital with nothing. And their families that are quickly at their bedside, especially for those most critically wounded, they don't have anything as well. So these veterans got together and some of them weren't veterans. Some of them were civilians serving in other ways, just providing them with a backpack of comfort items, shorts, T-shirts, playing cards, calling cards, Walkman back in the day. And then over the years, the mission has grown, and with the partnership with the PGA Tour and here in Jacksonville, we moved to a national organization now that just serves, 200,000 wounded, injured, and ill across the country in locations everywhere that wounded veterans continue to transition to civilian life.
Yeah, and that transition can be difficult. You did it yourself. You're out there, you're in this rigid structure of being in the U.S. military, and then all of a sudden, you're done with your service, but some things, like PTSD, live on within you.
Absolutely right. Healing the invisible wounds of war is frankly the biggest challenge we have, because a lot of veterans that have been in combat and been exposed to or done things or just unnatural things that, cause psychological injury and invisible injuries, PTSD, traumatic brain injury, because they're not physically wounded, sometimes they feel unworthy of getting help. So they let it go, and then it starts to spiral. And that's why one of our biggest investments is to help heal the invisible wounds of war. Transitioning from the military is difficult for anybody that's in a structured environment that's used to that cohesion and camaraderie. Going back to the communities, finding a job, that's tough, especially with less than 1% of Americans serving. For wounded warriors, it's even more difficult, because not only are you trying to transition into a new environment back in your community and finding that job, finding that next purpose in life, you're also trying to heal your physical injuries or your invisible injuries. And that's really difficult. It's really difficult for families as well. And that's why we do what we do, focus not only on the physical healing for those with physical injuries, but as importantly, focus on the invisible wounds, the post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, and other disabling invisible wounds that help that veteran not only heal, but thrive as they continue their journey of recovery and living a full, productive life, which we know all veterans have the ability to do.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the statistics of suicides among veterans, it is a staggering number, and it's very sad. So talk to me about, again, the event going on today and how someone at home can get involved, especially if they're feeling motivated this Veterans Day.
Well, the event today is a fantastic event. We've got wounded veterans playing right alongside, community leaders, corporate leaders, folks that just want to make a difference. And, whether you're participating in the event today or going to our website at woundedwarriorproject.org, there are ways to get involved and make a difference. And for these veterans today, we've got folks that are, have had amputations, catastrophic injuries, invisible wounds. The beauty of golf, among everything, you can get on the golf course and you can make a par, and you're doing something that the pros do. They get paid for. Okay, none of our warriors playing today will ever be able to probably dunk a basketball or win the Super Bowl, throw a touchdown pass. But everybody can come out, swing a golf club, and occasionally, meet par. And that's the goal today. Today, the goal is about camaraderie, cohesion, about spending time together with each other, and not only raising, funds for the mission we're so committed to, but just helping raise awareness. Because for everybody that's watching today, I know there are veterans living among us, and that's why Veterans Day is important. Veterans living among us that need assistance in their transition, and that's what Wounded Warrior Project does. Not just here in Ponte Vedra Beach and Jacksonville, but all over the country, tied to military hospitals and communities that really want to make a difference. So please do go to our website at woundedwarriorproject.org, and if you know a veteran that needs help in their transition or their healing, mind, body, and spirit, that's what we do. Please connect them with us. That's why Veterans Day is so important to me.
Wonderful. Mike, thank you for your service. Thank you for what you and your team do. And of course, give us a huge thank you message to the men and women that you come in contact with day in and day out, who have served our country and who continue to serve our country.